Please don't raise your hand too hard.
There you go.
All
And then this.
right, thanks for coming to the Board of Selectmen's meeting for May 1st, 2017. Rise for our pledge, please. I pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, roll call, Joe Bailey here.
John Hutch is here.
John Collier is there.
So, all right, we're gonna dive right in because basically, we all know there's controversy with the state about the elections on March 14th, where they're postponed until March 18th. And I'm gonna let John Hoskins take over on this, because he's been more up to date with it than I have been, so.
First of all, I'd like to introduce Jack Savage, our moderator. He runs the meetings. He, in consultation with the selectmen, police department, and the state, all agreed it was, well, not the Secretary of State, everybody else agreed that changing it to a safer day to vote would be appropriate. So here's a news item. Talks about Friday. It had to be some Friday earlier in April. The governor on Friday signed HB House Bill 329. The bill addressing ratification of voting results from town meeting voting sessions that were postponed due to severe weather on March 14th. The bill is effective immediately. We thank the governor for giving his prompt attention to this bill. Under the bill, all elections of any person to any elected position in a town, school district, or village district are ratified. And Mr. Moderator, you're absolutely correct. No further action is required by the political subdivision to ratify these elections. So the election results are automatically protected against any legal challenge. In addition, the governing body, that's us, may ratify all other actions, votes, proceedings held at any session that was scheduled to take place on March 14th and was postponed due to the weather. If the governing body elects to follow this process, it must first hold a properly noticed public hearing. That's what we're in right now. Under the terms of the bill, notice of the public hearing must be published at least 72 hours in advance of the hearing in a newspaper of general circulation. We did that.
It was posted Thursday in the paper and I sent it out Tuesday to them.
Okay.
Posted it here.
And posted at least 72 hours in advance on the public body's internet website, if one exists. And that was done. Okay? We emphasize that the newspaper publication and the website posting are both required. Other than those notice requirements, the bill does not prescribe any rules for the conduct of the hearing. But it must be a public hearing. So the governing body must allow members of the public to speak before we make any decision. After the public hearing, the governing body may take a vote to legalize, ratify, and confirm the action taken at the postponed session. The governing body's decision must be in writing, must be posted in the same manner as the results of the postponed election or meeting. So, however we postpone, however we notified or announced the results. And Jack, I remember you announced them at the meeting, but then they probably went someplace else.
I posted them on Facebook. They were posted on the highway department door. They were posted on this door.
Right.
And we put them on the, our town website as well, so.
This bill does not require any town or district to take a ratification vote. However, if your town or district approved a bond at a postponed voting session, but took other action that might conceivably be subject to challenge, such as amending a zoning ordinance, which we did, regarding CDUs, ADUs, accessory dwelling units, or approving a collective bargaining agreement, which we did not do, your governing body should seriously consider a ratification. We strongly urge all towns to consult with the local legal counsel or with New Hampshire Municipal Association if they have any questions about whether to hold a ratification vote. So, here we are. I don't know how long the public hearing has to be, but
We've usually only held them for half an hour or so. So I figure if we open it to public now,
Sure,
okay?
yeah.
Anybody has any comments, they can make comments as we go along, okay? We'll just continue on doing our selectmen's business, and we'll go at least a half an hour and make our decisions, no questions. But I really think we should do this regardless of, you know.
Oh, yeah.
So, just to make it all,
First, do you folks have any questions?
Nope.
I have a question for Jack. I think you probably got heavily into this as this stuff unfolded. You and I looked at, actually the three of us looked at a law that clearly states the moderator has the authority to postpone a meeting due to inclement weather. On what basis did the Secretary of State say it was otherwise? Is there another law someplace that says something different?
There is another section of the RSAs, and I think you have to work hard to interpret it the way he did. Suffice it to say that I think most moderators, including myself, disagree with his interpretation, and obviously Attorney General disagreed with his interpretation. So, but I think it comes down to what is an election, what is voting day, what is town meeting. And from a moderator's standpoint, town meeting is both the ballot voting and the traditional town meeting. And so we derive our power to oversee that as a result. I think perhaps the Secretary of State chose to see the ballot voting as equivalent of a state election, like the primary or something like that. I'm not sure others agree with you.
My interpretation is that whatever is done is called voting. Whether you vote on a piece of paper for election officials, you vote for the ordinance, or you vote for Articles 1, 2, 3 through 20. It's all voting. So I don't see the difference. You've spent some time researching this. Am I correct in saying that there was a time when life was simpler? When everything was done on one meeting, you elected your officials, you approved the warrant articles, all at the same night. It might take
Sure,
you to
well,
midnight.
that's right, and there are towns that still hold their ballot voting during the day on Tuesday, and then hold the rest of the warrant that night. And here in Middleton, we used to do it all in one day. If you go back in the records, you'll see that they start out the meeting by selecting a moderator and a few other elected positions, and then proceeded from there.
But do you think there was ever a time when the only business was done, let's say on a Tuesday evening, starting at 7 o'clock, nothing during the day, you start at 7, you elect a moderator, you elect your selectmen, and then you
I think back in the simpler times that you're referring to, 200, 150, 100 years
Right.
ago, they were meeting during the day. They were meeting at 10 o'clock in the morning, and they were conducting their business throughout the day. They would break
Right.
for lunch. And
Okay.
Yeah. But you're right in that it all occurred at one session.
Right. Did you ever figure out why they did it in March? I might think of a worse time of the year, but between snow and mud and sheep being born on the farm. Do you remember Judge Gene Newt?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. He was a moderator in Farmington for years and years and years. He used to start the town meetings by saying, folks, we have to move right along tonight because I'm expecting some lambs to be born later this evening. I don't know if they actually were, he just used it, but it's interesting. Do you remember him at all?
No, he was gone by the time we moved into Farmington.
And last bit of trivia, and then I can move on. Okay. What do they refer to us as? I've sometimes imitated his voice. selectmen. He always put the emphasis on the second syllable instead of selectmen. He said selectmen.
You know what I don't understand, either you or Jack can answer it. We did move our booth voting to Saturday morning.
Yes.
I understand that. But we didn't move our town meeting.
Right?
So why does the town meeting, the warrant have to be ratified?
We don't.
Doesn't.
We don't?
No.
We just.
The only thing we're gonna ratify, if there's a question, the elections of the officials,
Yeah,
the school budget.
yeah.
Which
Okay.
we
Which
don't
the school
do.
has to do.
Right,
Right.
okay, but then we have the different articles for the zoning or planning board for the ordinances, the ADUs, stuff like that. Only reason we're gonna do the ratification tonight, we don't have to, but we have those ADU things, that has to be ratified, so why not do the whole thing, be done with it? That way there's no question,
Okay.
so it just covers everything, so,
What was the vote on that article, by the way?
on which one?
The ADU?
I don't know, it's still posted in the door out there, so.
Yeah, I don't remember what it was.
It was, I think, probably 75% pro, 25 against,
Okay.
something like that, so. Third, 2/3, whatever you wanna slice it up as, so. Do we always have our, meetings on Saturdays?
Nope.
No.
No, that's fairly
We
new.
used to do it Wednesday
Wednesday
evening.
nights.
So,
So,
just vote on Tuesday and then have a meeting on
on
Wednesday?
Wednesday night, yep, starting at 6, as I recall. And maybe even 7.
Yep.
And actually, I think it was 7.
Yep.
And it was only 5 or 6 or 7 years ago that we moved to
I
Saturday.
don't think it was that far back.
And and it was done in order to try to accommodate more people. To let people come to that meeting without having to drive in the dark. It's dark in March. And generally, people seem to like the fact that it was on Saturday. So that's the way it was done.
Does it seem like we have more people on Saturday than on Wednesday?
I can't say that that's true.
It hasn't changed it.
You know, the attendance and the participation is relevant, directly related to the issues on the warrant and people's feeling about budgets and that kind of thing. So,
I think last year was the poorest year I've had in a long time. We only had, what, 63, 65 people?
66 people.
Yep. Well, we normally get at least 85, if not better.
Two comments.
Huh?
First, two comments.
Yep.
First, you might have noticed, Jack, because you were facing the audience, which meant you saw what was going on in the back of the room. During the actual meeting on Saturday, residents came in, voted,
And left.
and left. They're right in the middle. All you gotta do is sit down and you're part of the meeting.
Yep.
Did you notice them coming and going? Like, how is that possible? Second comment is, I had a chance to talk with one of the selectmen from Brookfield. Rich, last name starts with a Z. Is it Cora? Is that, I don't know. They did not change. They stayed with the Tuesday. Their voting attendance was half of what it normally was, just because of the weather.
Yep.
You called it right, you certainly did. Right?
I agree. I don't think anything was done it was done the best way.
Yeah.
I mean, safety is all about it. I mean, I feel pretty bad if somebody might come up to vote and get hurt or killed in a car accident going home afterwards,
Yeah.
so it's just not worth it.
It was on the news, the time all this happened. It was 100 years ago? I think it was that. I could be wrong on how long ago. But one of the supervisors in Manchester had to go in a snowstorm and she got killed.
Yeah, not good.
All right, so,
I'm
well,
done, Mr. Chairman.
So should we-
Whatever I have to say.
I mean, we've been doing this like that. We just pretty much opened the meeting talking about this, so
Right.
I'm gonna count that as part of our minutes as,
Yep.
you know, so. Let's go into our signature actions and get those done.
And then we'll go back to
Yeah.
take a vote on this thing.
Yeah.
Seeing as there isn't any more public comment or questions, I'm glad to leave you to your business.
I think we're good to go without you, as much as
Right.
you'd like to stay, you know.
Uh,
Thank you very much for coming.
Thank you, sir.
Are your
Jack.
sheep giving lambs tonight? Is that?
Has,
That's it.
Yeah.
has anybody gotten in touch with you regarding the
About what?
budget
Yeah.
committee?
No, only you.
Oh, I've got to talk to you about budget committee. Okay?
Let me know if I need to do something.
There's
Okay.
nothing you can do, nobody has the authority but them,
About the budget committee
Yeah.
itself, right?
yeah? So,
Yeah.
Okay.
just curious.
Thanks, Jack.
Laura, may I bring this up now? I'm thinking of,
Sure.
two people are interested,
Mhm.
okay? They'd probably appreciate phone calls back. Keep track of them. One is Bonnie Gagnon, and the other is Tracy Lavalette. I don't know if you've heard from either one of those.
I've heard from both of them.
Okay,
I just gotta move that over to Dave.
yeah, okay.
Input.
Okay, that's it.
All right, let's move on to the minutes of the BOS Selectmen's meeting from 4/24/17.
I've seen these already. I move that we accept the minutes of the Board of Selectmen meeting dated April 24th.
Aye, second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Aye.
Excuse me.
That was easy. Yeah, push the button. Okay. And Spectrum franchise agreement.
We just, the chair has to just do the top. Cause they'll sign the bottom.
I reviewed this.
John read it.
This is an agreement,
You-
yeah.
Hold it before you sign that, Joe. I've been in contact with them, and their rates are jumping twice what Time Warner was charging us. They put out there that you can get this, this, and this until you call them. And my bill would go from $114 to almost $200 to go with them on their,
Who's them?
Spectrum. I know that they've got.
Spectrum is Time Warner.
Yes.
Yes.
But if you take their program, right now, they're letting you keep the program you have for now. There's no time frame that they're telling us we have to change over to Spectrum. But to take $114 that I'm paying now would cost me close to $200 to go with them.
That's what they told you?
Yes, I called them. Because they were advertising all this free stuff. If you've never been a member of Spectrum before, if you've never been with them, well, we haven't. We've been with Time Warner. So we don't get $29.99 for each of the three services, okay? And they said you could put your own program together, is what you want for your TV stations and everything, so that you don't have to take, like Time Warner said, if you want this, you gotta have that. And you're paying 3 times for a regular TV station, like the first 70 stations. You're paying 3 times more for it, because they put it 3 different places. But still, I'm only paying well, now I'm paying $135, but it would cost me over, or close to $200 to switch over to Spectrum's program. I didn't know you guys were doing that tonight, but I'm glad I'm
Well,
here.
let me ask you a question. What are we using Time Warner for? As a town?
Cable.
Cable and internet.
We have TV service, these guys?
TV, internet, and telephone.
Well, do we have all three? It's available. Do we have all three?
Yeah.
The town? You asking about the
Good.
town?
Yeah.
We don't pay anything. You have to have a franchise agreement for them to be in this town.
Right.
For the people.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not
That's
for,
what that is. We get it for free. We
Okay,
get cable TV for the police and highway for free as part of the franchise.
okay.
I mean, it's not-
Regular residential customers are paying for
Right,
the nose.
you have to have that says they can provide cable
Right.
to your residents
Yeah.
within Middleton. And do you have residents that have it? Yeah, quite a few. There's not a lot of other
But nobody
choices.
else, I mean, when Linda Adamo was doing this, she approached other cable companies. And because we're such a small town, nobody wanted to take us on.
So we kind of like stopped.
Yeah, I
We
know,
are,
but you
unless
should be
everybody
able
needs-
to try to negotiate with them to get the cost down to us.
oh, here it is. Service to public buildings, the fire department and the highway department. Not here.
But we have cable here. I know, they have it downstairs.
They do have it out there, so.
This agreement is lengthy, it's two-sided, it delineates Spectrum's rights and abilities to do things. It also delineates towns' rights and abilities to do things in terms of canceling, bringing forth claims and so forth. So as I read through it, I found it to be balanced on both sides. It didn't say anything about rates.
Yeah, the
Just-
rates are out right through the roof.
Does this mean that we couldn't allow another cable come in, as long as these guys, if these guys are here?
Right.
I don't think
You
that's
can't bring
true.
in another cable company as long as you have
Okay,
them.
so, okay, then, so what would be the, how long is this for? It's not forever, because we're signing it again, so it's like a 5-year contract, is it a 1-year contract?
See if I can find it.
These guys are highway robbers, let me tell you.
This franchise and rights privileges
You have
authority
who?
hereby granted shall be for an initial period of 15 years.
15 years.
Yeah, but you can bring other companies.
I believe you can, yes.
I think you can, they just gotta swing their own lines up there, that's all they gotta do. I know MetroCast is in the area,
Not up here.
Not up here, they're not.
no, because they're not big enough yet.
They stop in Farmington. You would
Okay,
think
but
they
they
would.
would come up if they had, if they're
We
not,
approached them.
Dish and Direct will come.
Right.
Dish and
Those-
Direct can come in, yes, they're here. People have them.
I have direct.
I wouldn't have Dish on a bet.
I have Direct.
I don't know about Direct, but I wouldn't
I'm
have
very
Dish.
happy with
We've had
Direct.
Direct
Huh?
over 25 years.
Yeah, I mean, I'm very
Who do
happy
you
with
have
Direct.
internet with?
Fine, I have been through time,
Yeah.
Warner.
Yeah, me too.
So-
Yeah. So see, we would lose that unless we can get it through MetroCast. Our internet.
And
A
my
lot of
internet,
people have internet through the town.
My
I mean, our
internet's
cable
fast.
is, for this building, our internet cable is
I
through
have no
Time Warner.
problems with the service. The problem I have is with what they're charging us.
yeah, my
$200 for cable and internet.
my
and telephone
cable's
for one
49
month.
and my internet's 49.
My telephone would go from $20 a month to $29 a month.
What's that?
Shut up.
I pay about $250 for my cable bill.
Yeah.
I have phone, internet, and cable.
I do too. Right now it's $135 under Time Warner's rates. But if I switch over, if I become a Spectrum customer, those rates go up. And she already told me that. She said, quite frankly, you're better off to stay where you are. I said, you're gonna let us do that? She says, for the time being, yes. What's the time being?
Well, no, they just changed the company's name.
No, no.
Spectrum is buying out Time Warner, the Spectrum can sit there and do anything they want,
That's right.
Right.
so. What they do is they usually have like a 3-month or 6-month grace period for everybody to get used to from one name to the new name, okay, and then they start implementing their rates
That's
slowly
right.
into the system, so.
Okay, to address your question about another company. If any other provider of cable services or video services is lawfully authorized by the grantor, that's the three of us, or by any other state or federal government entity to provide such services using facilities located wholly or partly in this place, the grantor, us, shall within 30 days of a written request from a grantee modify this franchise agreement to ensure that the obligations applicable to the grantee are no more burdensome than those imposed on the new competing provider. Okay, so yeah, they do allow it. The problem is,
Time Warner didn't.
not enough business,
Right.
right?
And any company that comes in here has to pay them the lines.
No, that's their deal. I mean,
Yeah, but no company's gonna wanna do it for such a small town.
well, so we kind of stuck, you want cable or not?
You guys do whatever you want.
There's no way we want it, if you could, I mean, it's kind of like we're kind of a
It's
spot.
gonna be, once people that have Time Warner start to realize what the new rates are gonna be, you're gonna find Dish and Direct TV up here a lot more.
Which is fine, but if those same people will sit there and call Spectrum and whoever, maybe they can do something together, just like the cell tower thing, or go to MetroCast. If they have like 50 people, say, we'll sign up with you right now, if you come in, then all we gotta do is send these guys a note saying they're coming in.
Yeah, Linda and I tried that.
Well, that was years ago though.
It wasn't that long ago, it was a couple of years ago.
No, things have changed, so.
But if someone wants cable, if we deny this, what's their next choice?
They got no
There
cable.
isn't any.
Right,
They got us where they want us.
right.
In a way, we do, so, I mean, to sign it, it's kind of like, so you guys want an agreement to
Yes,
sign
but
it?
the
Yeah,
alternative,
Oh, I am too.
Yeah.
the alternative is worse. let me tell you, the day Casella gets in here, I don't think so. I'll be here for that meeting.
Is that coming up soon?
No, not for a while. You folks know about bulk trash pickup tomorrow?
Yep, my stuff's all outside the road.
Yeah, one house had like 35 bags out in front of it, and
I came down Silver Street, you should have seen all the people with stuff up there.
oh, it's
Oh, there's
sofas.
mattresses
I
and
have
yeah,
never
yeah.
seen,
appliances.
I have never seen the stuff out there as I saw tonight coming up
Well, there's a
here.
trailer that must have 3 mattresses out there. I'm
Yeah.
like,
Yep.
where is this stuff coming
Well,
from?
I will have a mattress in a box for a twin out there tomorrow morning. I'm gonna tell you. So.
I've got a box spring out that a tenant left in one of the houses.
Yep,
I emptied the house and now it's gonna be hauled away.
there you go.
But on the plus side, I had an old Franklin fireplace that was at one of my houses that were using it for a fire pit outside. They no longer wanted to use it. The thing must have been, 200 or 300 pounds. I said, watch this. I put it on a dolly, wheeled it out to the side of the road. That thing was gone within 12 hours.
Yep,
People want them.
I told
No.
him if it wasn't raining, half of this stuff would have been gone before.
That's right.
I was this morning hauling stuff down and people were stopping out in front and taking stuff. And then they saw me walking down, they get their trucks and take off. I don't care what you take.
That's right.
It's out here for a
I'm
reason.
putting it for the
you know?
trash.
just
Take
don't
it.
make a mess.
The more that they take,
The
the
less we
less the
have.
town gets charged
Yeah.
per ton.
Yeah, absolutely.
For the number of tons.
A
Well, that
lot of people are looking for the metal,
Sure.
because they can take that to
scrapyard.
scrapyard. Although they're not paying as much as they
No,
used
the
to.
prices are so low.
Well,
Yeah.
You take, I don't know, 30 pounds of metal, and what do you get? You're lucky to get $1.
The last time I took a boiler and some other stuff down, I get like $19.
yeah,
So, I mean,
That
but
costs
I don't
21
want
in gas.
I know, I know.
Right.
I can't leave it
Yeah.
on the job site. I have to. That's part of the job is getting rid of the stuff. So I got to get rid of it. So
Yeah.
I have a furnace, a gas furnace. I took out in November,
yeah,
and I called them today. I said they want me to hang on to it in case you wanted to look at it because it rotted out
Yeah.
on the heat exchanger. And I called him. Do I still have to hang on this thing? Because I got a load going to the scrap yard. You know, a few more days. Let me make a few phone calls. Whatever. So.
You're gonna miss it.
No, I'll take the scrap yard myself if I trailer
Yeah.
get rid of it, so, you know,
It's-
it's not worth the gas to go and do it, but I gotta clean up the yard, so. But,
Oh, but a lot of people pick up like broken hutches and stuff and turn them into, I've seen some really cute stuff on those craft websites where they've
Yeah.
taken broken things and they've made like little kitchen sets for the kids, you know, paint them up and make the one cabinet a refrigerator and,
my wife, we were driving up Silver Street, and somebody had some old shutters. Look at those old shutters, and I just stepped on it. Yeah, what ones? I didn't see nothing.
What shutters?
I didn't see things.
Have you folks ever heard of Scarsdale, New York?
yeah.
Okay? Very exclusive, very wealthy town. For 2-3 years, I ran a Boy Scout camp up in the Adirondacks, and there were a couple of cabins there that needed some new furniture. I used to drive around the streets of Scarsdale because Scarsdale junk was exquisite. Okay? They keep something for a year and then they update it. This is,
Yep.
wow, look at this bureau. It was probably $1,000 and they put it out curbside. So Scout Camp got some really nice furniture. She said they put it in my truck and haul it up to upstate New
There you
York.
go.
well, that's like yard sales. I used to go to the yard sales when my kids were little.
Right?
I'd go to Kennebunkport
Of
and
course.
then I'd go up to Yarmouth and Falmouth.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, I got some of the, you know, because I lived over in Kennebunk back
Right.
then,
Sure.
but, you know, I wasn't gonna stop in Biddeford, no. If I passed Biddeford, go right up to Yarmouth and Falmouth.
No, it's amazing the stuff you can pick up. I mean,
Yeah.
Tammy went to one yard sale, and when Joey's the baby, that Oshkosh
They
stuff
picked
like
up
that.
Joey at a yard
Yeah,
sale?
yeah.
Wow.
That's your deal.
Hope you got a good price.
Yeah, about 50.
Yeah.
There you go.
About we had to pay main tax. No, but Oshkosh stuff.
Yeah.
A whole tub of it full. Nothing wrong with it. It was like brand new. Tammy's all over that.
Yeah.
My son's really big into electronics, and he goes and he'll pick up every broken piece of electronics that he can find, and he gets things for, you know, $1 and $2 and $3,
Right.
and he takes them home, and he's got huge shelves. And, you know, oh, what do you want fixed? Well, let's see, I have a faceplate for this, I have this, I have this. Pulls the computers apart and puts all the little pieces, because, you know, I wouldn't know how to open my phone.
Oh, come over our electronics day over here.
He's
Pretty
important,
good.
so.
Isn't there some valuable metal in all of those?
There's some gold or
Gold
something,
you
and
pick through there and,
Yeah.
There is gold in every computer, there's gold in it.
yeah.
So, for the connections and for the processors and stuff.
I don't know how much you earn after spending all day picking through the stuff.
but he loves to do it, you
Yeah.
know.
We'll give it 5 more minutes for the public hearing.
Yeah,
and
you know.
then we'll make a motion to ratify the.
Yeah, I'm finished, I'm ready for the,
Hey, John, you live on Lake Shore, right?
Yes.
You coming to the meeting tomorrow night for the Sunrise Lake for the dam?
No.
Why?
I am now.
Man.
That's just teasing. Not interested.
Don't look at me, I have
No, I'm not. I'm
Well,
trying
tomorrow
to
night's
think.
our fire
I'm trying to
department
think
meeting.
what I'm doing tomorrow night.
It's our fire department meeting, it's a general meeting.
Yeah, I have
We have an engineer coming in because we have a big bill coming up for the dam. So,
a big bill.
yes.
Don't worry, it's just pen.
we had to have a study done every so often on, I use simple words, on the safety of the dam.
Yeah, well, let me
It's
tell you, that's stuff
hydrology
that
and
DES, hydraulics and hydrologics, and DES should have done that a long time ago. That should have been part, that was supposed to be part of the contract, only it wasn't. So now we're gonna have to pay $12,000 to have it done.
To have an engineer coming out.
Yep.
We didn't have any
Certified
from.
engineer for dam.
It's in the budget. It's a warrant article.
All right, it's 7:03.
Give
I
me
think
something
we
to
started
think about.
about half an hour ago,
Okay.
so. We have a motion?
I move that the Board of Selectmen ratify all actions, votes, and proceedings which were held at the March 18th session, scheduled to be March 14th, but it was postponed due to inclement weather.
Second. All in favor?
All right,
Aye.
all right, and
Good. Public-
Laura in here tells about how it's, I guess Jack said how it had to be published.
Yeah.
The governing body decision must be in writing and must be posted in the same manner as the results of the postponed election meeting.
So basically, the
Whatever.
door over here, the door at the highway garage, because it was posted there, and then one line in the
That's,
paper.
right. And it sounds like it does not have to go in the newspaper,
No.
which is good, because the newspaper costs money.
Right.
Did we get a bill for that, or not yet?
For
The
what?
newspaper, for the,
No, I haven't gotten it yet.
Which paper did you put in?
Foster's,
Oh, God help me.
probably like $150 if
Yeah.
not more.
All right, so we're all done with that. Let's move on to old business. Oh, we have none. Okay, let's move into new business. We don't have any of that. You got anything?
I'm good.
John?
I'm good.
Yeah.
Okay, public participation.
I
We
got
got,
nothing.
we got public.
I got nothing.
We got nothing. We got nothing. Okay, I have a motion to adjourn the meeting at 7:04.
So move.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Me too. Thanks, everybody.
This is my earliest one.
Wow.